All right, everybody, what's going on? We are here with the Rain Esports Sunday night scrimmage. Our match number 1 is gonna be in Myanmar. Not Myanmar, Erangel. I always get those two confused. Erangel. And we also have a giveaway tonight. For the stream, all information is in the Rain Esports Discord. All right, we have a really good flight. It is more kind of towards the eastern side of the map, but it is coming from Severny all the way down to the military base. We got a lot of good places that are right here, really close to this flight path. We have Razak School, Yasnaya Polyana, we have Stalbert, we have Severny, we have the shooting range if the teams wanted to get out there a little bit farther. We have Pachinki as well in this flight path if teams want to jump out there just a little bit. Now, if we want to see these teams kind of go towards the Georgia Pool area, we might see them kind of jump down, grab a vehicle, and move out into the Georgia Pool area, kind of the hospital. We might even see teams even jump down, maybe even get down to Primorsk. But more than likely, a lot of these teams will kind of push towards the west side. But as our teams are jumping out right now, it is almost a 50-50 split. Might have a few teams going out to Kamishki. We don't know. We do have, it looks like we have 2 teams already down on ground in Stalbert. We're going to go check these teams out. Let's see. All right, we have X-Force down on ground, and they started match 1 here being just a duo, and already this quickly down to a solo and down and out. It looks like X-Force is going to be our first team out for this, and they did not last at all very long. Almost there. Team 5 is back up to a full 3-man team, and this is what they started out with. We've got our very first zone is going to be kind of that more the central area of this map, covering Razak School and Pachinki. All 3 of those places really good hotspots for this map. Got a lot going on up in Severny. We're gonna go hop over here. We have Team 18. That's gonna be S4R, I believe. Oh no, Team 18. Excuse me. Let's look at the right one. Yep, S4R. And Team 7 is going to be Sushi's World. And they are starting out a team of 3 and with 1 elimination already on the board for them. We've got a lot going on inside the Pachinki area. Let's drop right in top of Team 12. And this is going to be 4 stars. Also inside Pachinki is going to be Rain Esports themselves. We do have quite a bit of really good teams in here tonight. We've got some returning teams and teams that have been in here been doing these the Rain Esports Sunday night scrimmage quite some time. Looks like we do have a few new teams as well. All right, Team 8, Inhuman Esports. And they started out with a full squad and very quickly down to a team of 3. We still got a lot going on in Severny. We've got still both of our teams inside Pachinki, though. So let's bounce right back up to Team 18. All right, Attic was up there on top of the roof. It was shooting, giving a little bit of shots at that given time. Let's go check out. All right, Sushi's World with 1 elimination. Let's head over. Let's go check out Team 4, Broken Spirits. And they've got taken on the Cute Ekittens. Alright, Team 20, definitely hurting here. They got 3 of their members down. QP kind of staying back here just a little bit, kind of watching. Alright, QP could actually make a push here, or kind of wait it out, maybe try to get a good opportunity to be able to take out Team 4 here, their last 2 members. Ooh, QP almost got hit there. All right. Team 20 down to potentially could be a duo, but it looks like QP is going to be the last one still standing. All right, while those are battling it out there, let's quickly hop over to Team 12 again. 4 stars. They have 2 eliminations. All right, Rain quickly down to being a solo here. This is going to be player 3A. Somebody threw a sticky bomb. And Rain is going to be eliminated. They are going to be our 3rd team out tonight for match number 1. Sushi's World has Team 7. Sushi's World has been eliminated as well. All right, a lot of these teams are starting to drop really quickly. We do still have 18 teams that are remaining. All right, our zone is not going to be shift. Still keeping kind of the Pachinki school still in play. So these teams that kind of jumped here had plenty of time to be able to kind of still loot, grab the stuff that they need. Emperor started match number 1 with being a team of 3 and is now down to a solo right now that is still standing. The other 2 members are been knocked. And it looks like Emperor is down and out. Inhuman Esports putting 3 eliminations up there on the board for them. And they're going to be sitting as a team of 3 moving forward. We do still have quite a few teams that are out there outside the zone, kind of out there in that blue zone area. So hopefully these teams will be able to find a vehicle and move into the zone. 'All 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 All right, Velocity, they jumped the military base and is doing really well. They did have military base all to themselves. They're going to be needing to cross this only bridge unless they can pull out a boat and get across without going across the bridge. And a TBSS full squad moving into the zone. The bankers, they are rolling into zone as well. All right, Syntax kind of staying there. Looks like Syntax. All right, Syntax is on the move, but does have a Team 13 just across the road. And Syntax gets dropped. All right, the rest of Team 17 has kind of moved into zone, and they're going to be taking on Underrated. Underrated with it is going to be a duo team here, and it looks like they might be in a little bit of trouble. Kill switch, last one still stands. Can they hold their own against these last these members? All right, a big with a DBS in hand, nicely done. GG's. Alpha Omega with 6 eliminations already up on the board for their team. All right, our teams are starting to roll in here. The teams that we did have on the outside of in the blue zone are making their way in. All right, a big ocean in the airboat. All right, he's getting some shots and got a little bit of hit. Omen is down. It's gonna be a tough revive. Big Ocean coming in and running a member of the bankers over. All right, that's gonna be putting them up to 7 eliminations. William is down and doesn't look like he's gonna survive. All right, our zone shifts one more time here. We've got a little bit of the ruins that's up there in play. We've got a little bit of Pachinki, but for the most part, it is a wide open area. There's not a lot of cover here for these teams. As you can see, definitely not a lot for these teams to actually be able to hide behind or any sort of buildings. There's about a handful of buildings that are left inside the zone. Alright, Team 9. Looks like they're in some trouble here. And Team 9 quickly have been eliminated. 4 stars with 8 eliminations up on the board, and they're going to be able to get a revive. So that's going to be keeping them as a team of 3. Shoyoung coming in. Almost had it, that grenade out there, but was not able to get that grenade off in the time. Almost there. Team 5 with 5 eliminations and still sitting as a team of 3. All right, we have 9 teams remaining in this zone. All right, Jot is down for the Bankers. Very easily could be a revive, but it doesn't look like it. It looks like the teammates are kind of far off at the distance. With the 9 teams that remain, our circle is getting smaller, and we're going to have a lot of teams that are going to be inside the zone. Nucleotide started match 1. It looks like they're being a team of 3. They're now a duo team with 2 eliminations on the board. Right below them is going to be Velocity holding up a little bit of a building here. That building that Velocity is in is actually inside zone, but just barely though. Golden Phyre and team started a full squad, 1 elimination, and they are holding up just about the only set of buildings that are still left in the zone. And Dom is going to be revived. This should be keeping Golden Phyre as a full squad. Golden Phyre kind of surrounded here, just by looks to be about 2 teams. You got Team 5 up top on the hill. And you have a TBSS that's kind of off to the right of them. So they are kind of have 2 teams right there in front. So it's going to be extremely hard for this team, for Golden Phyre, to kind of push forward unless they drop back. But they have a few teams that are behind them as well. just down the road from them is going to be Team 21 Moist. All right, Inhuman. 3 eliminations. Can Rag get out of there? IGL is down for the Bankers, but it's going to be revived, so this is going to be keeping them a duo moving forward as that zone is going to start to close in. All right, the Tornado with the TBSS. Last one still stands. TBSS has 5 eliminations. And we still have about 9 teams that remain. Almost there has the only set of buildings that is still left in the zone. The remaining of this is going to be kind of a wide open. All right, Ninja right up there on the hill, right above a Golden Fire. All right, Tyne laying low, definitely has not gotten caught yet, but has a good opportunity to take out Fall here, as a Golden Fire are just kind of rolling and running around. They had no idea. All right, 7 teams remain. All right, Ninja is down now. Nicely done, GG's. Golden with that shotgun in hand with the SK-12. Gonna quickly loot up, move in, hopefully they can get a revive. And is taken out on their way into zone. We're down to 3 teams that remain. And now we're quickly down to 2. It's gonna be a Golden Fire. And almost there. Almost there. Get this chicken dinner. This is going to be a 3v2. And almost there does have the zone. So Golden Fire is going to have to push it down this hill. All right, Fall trying to get down the hill. All right, this is a 2v2 now. Almost there is almost there to a chicken dinner. All right, the flow coming in. GG's, nicely done. Almost there. Takes the chicken dinner. Golden Fire coming in second. Moist coming in third. TBSS coming in fourth. Nucleotide coming in fifth. The Bankers coming in sixth. Inhuman coming in seventh. Velocity coming in eighth. 4 stars coming in ninth. Rival 6 coming in 10th. Xenocide coming in 11th. Alright, 12 through 14. 15 through 17. 18 through 20. And then 21 and 22. Ninja going all out with 6 eliminations. Kahan, best companion with 2 revives. And the finisher, Phyra, giving almost there that chicken dinner for match number 1. Alright, that is it for match number 1. Y'all hang tight. We'll get you into match 2 here very soon, very quickly. All right, here is the giveaway and the instructions. Like the stream, and there's a bonus entry to get your name on the Wheel of Name for a second time. Here is how to enter. Take a screenshot showing that you like the stream, and the bonus is the following of that link. Post your proof in the channel to enter the giveaway. The winner will be announced here on a stream following match number 4. I will leave this up there for you all so y'all can see that if y'all are not in the Discord or have not seen it. All right, match number 2. We're going to be here now in Myanmar. And we've got a really good flight path that looks like coming out of just south of LLZR all the way out to the east side, covering Power Grid, Picado, Graveyard, San Martin, Hacienda. The water treatment got some good places for these teams to jump down, loot up, suit up, and grab what they need. With the zone almost splitting from a north and south, we could see a 50-50 split here of these teams kind of pushing towards the north and potentially going to the south of into Los Leonos. Might see quite a few teams kind of go to that San Martin Hacienda area. And Team 5 almost there, our winners from last match. Let's see if they can keep that winning streak and see if they can go 2 for 2 tonight. All right, we have 2 teams inside of Picado, so we'll keep an eye on those teams. Looks like we've got a team or 2 just kind of going just south. All right, team 20 has already lost one of their members, the Cute Ekittens. And it looks like they're going to be down to just being a duo now. Endoside quickly putting eliminations up there on the board for them. They are up to 2 eliminations. We've got 2 teams in El Pozo as well. All right, we've got quite a few teams. Let's head over to Rain. They are down a member, so they're going to be moving forward as a team of 3. They got 4 stars in the area as well. And team 6, Rival 6. And Rival 6 starting out match 2 here, full squad, 2 eliminations. And they are going to be a duo. They have already lost 2 of their members. Four stars as well. All 3 of these teams have at least lost 2 of their members in amongst the fight here. But 4 stars with 4 eliminations. Looks like they're going to be pushing up to 5 eliminations now. Let's go jump in with our teams here in Picado, where we have Velocity. Again, a team of 3, but they are quickly lost one of their members, and it looks like they're about to lose another one here. So that's going to be keep putting them as a solo. Zoopy is going to be the last one. Still stands, looks like. And Zoopy is going to be the last one still standing for Team 22 Velocity. Alright, you have X-Force with 2 eliminations. And a team of 3. Xenocide quickly have lost a few of their members here, and it looks like ABBU is going to be the last one still standing. Oh, coming in with a quick revive there. It looked like a quick revive, and it did. Nicely done. All right, heading back over into Bakado X-Force with 3 eliminations and sitting as a team of 3. And the Bankers kind of looking that they're going to be pushing into Bakado, but they may or may not. They do have a really good hilltop position here to be able to oversee what's inside Bakado. Almost there with 2 eliminations, still sitting as that wonderful 4 full squad. And Broken Spirits with 2 eliminations, a full squad as well. We are down to 19 teams that remain. And Burhan getting a revive. Very nice. That is going to be keeping 4 stars as a duo now. And they do have 7 eliminations. Alright, Sushi's World with a started out as a full squad and now is down to a team of 3. Let's see if they can hold their own here with S4R. This is a 3v3 inside of Pocado. Or El Pozo, excuse me. S4R quickly down to being a duo now. And our zone shifts kind of towards the south side of this map, kind of the southwest area, still keeping some really good places. Villa de Mar, that is still in play. Four stars is now up to 8 eliminations. Almost there is In Trouble Wiz, the last one that is right now that is still standing, taking on Broken Spirits. Can Wiz be able to get a revive? God Kid kind of holding the top part of that hill there very carefully. Wiz with a good molly. Just barely misses God Kid with it. Ooh. Almost got a kill there. Nicely done to Broken Spirits. They are now up to they're up to 6 eliminations and a team of 3. Inhuman over there in this on the San Martin Hill. They are up here with us. With Xtreme Reapers. All right, let's see. All right, Xtreme Reapers sitting as a full squad, 1 elimination. Can Humane, that is a team as a team of 3, started match 2 here with being a team of 3. Let's see if they can hold their own against Xtreme Reapers, because they are outnumbered by 1. And Xtreme Reapers does have Inhumane Esports here kind of pinned down very tightly. Jerry kind of off at the distance there, kind of providing that sniping the sniping shots if need be. All right, Gamma moving in, quickly grabbing a vehicle and is rotating around just a little bit, kind of probably causing that distraction. See if Inhumane will kind of come out of the buildings. All right, both of these teams are going to start being inside that blue zone, so both of these teams will be fighting each other plus the blue zone. Gamma down. And Gamma is out. Jerry healing up, trying to stay alive inside the zone. Ooh, a sticky bomb goes out. Alright, Jerry is down. Alright, No Name here is definitely working. No Name is down. And it looks like Team 19, Xtreme Reapers, are down and out. Alright, we're down to just 10 teams that remain. Uh-oh. It kicked me out. Let's get y'all back here into that action as quickly as we can. Alright. While that is loading back up, let's go back right to where we were trying to be. Alright, Emperor. Still sitting as a full squad. They do have one of their members down. They do have 2 eliminations. That was a beautiful grenade. TBSS inside the zone. They do have a really good position here. They are up here on the hill. This does give them a little bit of an advantage, not too much. They do have a high point here and is able to watch as other teams do kind of move in along the road there or coming in from other directions. It looks like Indecide trying to make it up that hill, but TBSS up there laying them out. ABBU. Looks like he's going to be the last one that is going to be still standing. That car is on fire and it escapes it right before it blows up and then gets taken out very quickly there. Eight teams remain. We have a Moist coming in from the north. As they are pushing in, they're going to be right there on coming in onto the hill with a TBSS. This Murado is definitely not designed for all of these hills here in Myanmar. S4R. XO23, last one that is still standing for S4R. I have Broken Spirits kind of on the south side, trying to rotate around, trying to get into zone. Alright, Golden Fire definitely has a really good game plan here. Each of them looks like they're going to be inside a building. This does help out a lot here. Kind of covers all their angles and gives them almost a 360 degree field of view. And they are doing really well holding up this little compound area. Not too much here, but they're doing really well holding it up. They are kind of at the high point, so they're able to see down to the road. They might be able to see Emperor that's sitting down there, but they can definitely for sure see a few members of Emperor. Right below Emperors is going to be TBSS. Unknown gets tagged just a little bit. Seven teams that remain. Who's it gonna be? Who is gonna take that chicken dinner? Emperor and Golden Phyra and a TBSS are our only 3 teams that are still sitting as a full squad. Inhuman. We'll count them as a full squad as well, because they did start out being a team of 3, and they are still a team of 3 with 6 eliminations on the board. Oh, bro has been dropped, and Inhuman has lost one of their members. They're now sitting as a duo now. And looks like a Rag was trying to drive a broken car up the hill and decided to abandon it. Very smart decision there. But Emperor sitting just barely in the side zone. No, Emperor has zone. Six teams remain. TBSS still there at the bottom of the hill. Coming in is going to be Team 4, Broken Spirits. They did loop all the way around, and looks like they're going to be kind of coming in from kind of the northeast side of the zone. And they are moving quickly, trying to get into zone. Broken Spirits kind of tied, pinned down between Golden Phyra and Emperor. Will Broken Spirits be able to actually slide into the zone a little bit closer? We'll see. TBSS still kind of at the bottom of the hill. They're going to need to push up this, and that's going to be pushing them right in the middle of the wide open. Emperor hasn't, unknown is down, but it's going to be revived with that. Alright, TBSS did make it into zone. Looks like they did have a couple vehicles to be able to get the entire team into zone. And Golden Phyra, like, they are down to... They are still a full squad with 7 eliminations. Who is it gonna be? We are down to 4 teams that remain. Emperor moving down the hill from their house that they were holding up. This is going to be an all-out brawl here with several of our teams that are still sitting as a full squad. 3 teams remain. Golden Phyra is down to a team of 3. TBSS sitting as a duo. Emperor still sitting as that full squad. Now, with nothing for these teams to hide behind, we're going to see a lot of smoke grenades, and even mollies going out. Unknown kind of looping around, trying to box in a Golden Phyra. Hopefully, Unknown doesn't get knocked. Assault OP has been dropped. It looks like Oct0 is going to come in for that revive. Unknown is down. This is going to give the advantage for Golden Phyra to kind of quickly push up towards Emperor here. Alright, Slaughter did come in and did loop around and is quickly taking out a couple members. Dom comes flying in there. He said full send and was right there. Emperor quickly dropped and is down and out. TBSS Tornado, last one, still stands. Can he hold his own? And is out to that shotgun. The SK-12, very deadly up close and personal. Golden Phyra coming in first with that chicken dinner. TBSS taking a second. Emperor taking third. Broken Spirits coming in first or fourth. Inhuman coming in fifth. S4R coming in sixth. 4 stars coming in seventh. Moist coming in eighth. Xenocide coming in ninth. All right, here is 10 through 12. 13 through 15. 16 through 18. 19 through 21. And 22. Kehan going all out with 9 eliminations. Definitely helping and putting those points on the board for his team. BS Reaper coming in with the 3 rescues for the team. Was definitely working hard, keeping their souls and them alive. And a fall with Golden Phyra dealing that final kill, giving Golden Phyra the chicken dinner for match number 2. Hang tight, we'll get into match number 3 here momentarily. Stay with us. Alright, just in case y'all have missed it or have not visited the giveaway section in the Rain Esports Discord server, here it is, tonight's giveaway. You see a giveaway to one lucky winner. That is going to be the last person that is still left on the wheel of names. And how to enter and to get your name over there for a chance to win, like the stream and the bonus entry. All right, so screenshot showing that you like the stream, and then the bonus entry is go over and follow the link. Follow me there on that link. Post your proof in the channel showing that you have done both, and your name goes on there twice. The winner will be announced here on stream following after match number 4. All right, match number 3 here. We're here in Sandhawk. We went from at least 2 large maps to a very small map. Now, Sandhawk being a very small map as a whole is a very small land map. So we're going to see a lot of quick fights, a lot of quick action. There's going to be a lot of fights that we're not going to be able to catch. But with our flight path, we did have Paradise Resort, Boot Camp, and Pan kind of in the flight path. And we do have quite a few teams kind of in that area as well already. We do have a very big cluster of teams that are outside just east of Paradise Resort. We've got 2 teams inside the boot camp, and we have, looks like we might have 2 teams. We have 1 team inside Pan, but we've got some action going on right here. Rain has already lost a member, so that's going to be them as a team of 3 moving forward here. It looks like they're going to need to stay really close to each other so they don't lose another one, but it looks like they might lose one. Migs kind of out there by themselves with Team 8, Inhuman. Now, Inhuman, they started this match off. They did pick up 2 more players for their team here, so they did start out as a full squad. They do have 1 elimination already. But after that quick fights there, they did lose 2 of their members. So they're going to be moving forward as a duo. And it looks like Rag is down and out. And it looks like Pixel is going to be the last one still standing. DBS in hand. Can Pixel eliminate Rain with his DBS? Almost there. Quickly eliminated Rain. And it looked like somebody threw that player into the room and then tripped and fell. That's what it looked like on my screen. I don't know what it looked like for y'all. Oh, beautiful grenade. Wiz coming in with a grenade. Very nice. All right, almost there. 3 eliminations. Started out full squad and is now down to a duo. And Golden Phyra and Emperor are quickly closing in. All right, Emperor, let's see. They do have a member. They did have a member that was knocked and has now been eliminated. They are moving forward now, being a team of 3. Golden Phyra quickly kind of rotating around, trying to push in here. Golden Phyra is going to hold their distance, it looks like, and let Emperor and Almost there kind of battle it out. And then looks like they're going to be trying to come in for those third-party kills. Wiz moving down the hill is going to be right in line with Slaughter, patiently waiting in those grasses. ready to pounce on Wiz as soon as Wiz pops up. Wiz needs to be careful. Philo kind of stayed back. Hopefully does not get taken out, but Wiz was hit by a grenade by Slaughter. And a fall is coming in. We're about to have another three-way shootout. Philo, last one, still standing. Philo kind of trying to hold their own. Fall pushing very quickly. Philo up and over the wall and gets taken out really quickly. Octa Zero. Ooh. Just barely misses. Like I said, we have a lot going on. We do have we have several teams inside of boot camp. Let's quickly hop over to boot camp. Where X Force is already down to a solo. Suki, Suki kind of staying there and it gets a good drop and then turns around and gets dropped and taken out very quickly by Alpha Omega. So Alpha Omega are going to be inside the boot camp. Heading back over to Golden Fire. And it looks like, yes, Emperor very quickly eliminated Golden Fire there. All right, we are down to 12 teams that remain in this little bitty tiny map. But our zone is getting smaller, so these teams are going to need to be pushing in really quickly, really soon to be able to grab any sort of real estate, any sort of buildings that they can to be able to kind of hold up in. And Moist looks like they might have lost a member. They did lose a member, but not sure if it was out to the zone or if it was out to another team. I don't see any other teams around, so they did lose Homeless out to the zone. They're fighting the zone, trying to get in. Underrated making their way into zone. Right behind them is going to be Moist, it looks like. Sushi's World with 4 eliminations. But they are sitting as a team of 3 now. All right, our teams that are outside that zone. We have a Pan Am Bridge camp here. Let's see, it's going to be a Team 18 S4R that who started out as a team of 3 is now down to a duo. And looks like maybe down to a solo now. Gone. If I pronounced that wrong, I do apologize. Gone trying to actually get in. Reaper with it has taken 2 souls and has gotten those eliminations for broken spirits. All right, these teams are gonna need to be pushing into very quickly here into zone. The zone is gonna be hurting. Xtreme Reapers holding up the only bridge coming out of Pan unless Broken Spirits decides to kind of push through Pan just like 4 stars. 4 stars made it across and was able to get across there without getting across the bridge. They're going to be making their way into zone. And they are going to be making a pit stop there. And Paradise Resort is still in play for these teams. Hopefully the teams that have jumped there didn't loot and take everything. Hopefully there's still some good loot there for these teams to replenish exactly what they need. The smoke grenades, the mollies, flash grenades, any extra health. Underrated now down to a duo with 1 elimination. They are inside that in the zone. Moist is going to have to push across this water, and being across this water is going to be putting them kind of as sitting ducks here as they try to make their way across that water. All right, Zilla kind of coming in. Zilla's made it across the water very nicely. All right, Mercy is down, but is quickly being revived. Now the zone is going to be closing in, so both of these players are going to need to push into that water as quickly as possible. Mercy may be up into the mercy of the blue zone. Does get the first aid off there really quickly, but zone is closing in fast, so the zone is going to be hurting here. Ten teams that remain in our final zone. Looks like it is going to be Paradise Resort. All right, Xtreme Reapers 0. They still have a 0 eliminations, but they have made it to that top 10 for these teams. Jerry is down for Xtreme Reapers. Jerry is out. All right, and Gamma is driving around, trying to cause a distraction there as Sushi World is closing in really quickly. Beautiful grenade by Gamma. Driz, the last one, still stands for Sushi World. Now with Paradise Resort still in the zone, we do have one other place that these teams can actually get into the center of. Drizzy laying down the fire there on a velocity as the velocity is kind of coming down the road. Alpha Omega Team 17 still sits as a full squad. 4 stars as a full squad as well. TBSS full squad with 2 eliminations. We got about a handful of teams that are still sitting as a full squad. All right, TBSS slowly making their way into zone with 4 eliminations. And it looks like 4 stars is going to kind of take that other group of buildings and houses here. And Nuxie is down for velocity. Zoopy, last one, still standing. Gamma is down for Xtreme Reapers. Gamma is been taken out. Goon coming in from behind. No name, last one still standing for Xtreme Reapers. Goon with broken spirits. Slowly getting in, following that zone in, trying to stay close to the rocks as much as possible. Goon may be in trouble if they cannot find a way around the rocks. Alright, Goon is able to find a way around the rocks. No name left out there with Xtreme Reapers is out there in that the zone. Alright, they are making it their way into zone now, but they're heavily, there's a lot of teams right there on the edge of zone. Xtreme Reapers makes it into the zone. Alpha Omega has a member of theirs down. Are they going to be able to get a revive? Alright, the Paradise Resort is no longer in zone. 4 stars has the only building and set of buildings that is still left in zone. So these teams that are outside, they are going to be up there on the hilltops, being able to look down and see what is exactly what's going on. Emperor trying to get some good angles and some. Omega very quickly are pushing onto Emperor. This could be it for Emperor. They could be down and out here. Omega has 2 of their members down. Assault OP kind of out back a little bit. Octazero may be revived here if can get close enough for Assault OP to get a revive. 3 teams remain. We got 4 stars and Alpha Omega full squad. Octa0 may be getting is not going to be getting revived anytime soon. It's going to be Assault OP. Last one still stands for Emperor. Alpha Omega has an upper hand. They do get Big Ocean falls down. Omen is taken out. William kind of trying to hold it down. And it looks like he's going to try to back off there just a little bit. Wavy falls out. William, last one still stands for Omega. They were just a full squad and they quickly got eliminated. So Williams is going to be the last one, still stands for Omega and is taken out. This is a 1v3 and down and out. Nicely done. GG's to 4 stars. Taking the chicken dinner for match number 3. Emperor coming in second. Omega coming in third. Xtreme Reapers coming in fourth. TBSS coming in fifth. Broken Spirits coming in 6th. Velocity coming in 7th. Sushi's World coming in 8th. Moist coming in 9th. Underrated coming in 10th. Not sure who that came in 11th. Rival 6 coming in 12th. Toxic, I believe, it came in at 13th. Golden Fire coming in 14th. X-Force coming in 15th. The Cute Ekittens coming in 16th. Almost there, coming in 17th. Nucleotide coming in 18th. Xenocide coming in 19th. Inhuman coming in 20th. Rain coming in 21st. And the Bankers coming in 22nd. Jasmine coming with going all out with 13 eliminations. Definitely working hard, putting the elimination points up there on the board for the team. Lost Boy, best companion with 4 stars with 2 rescues. And Urban giving 4 stars the final kill and giving them that chicken dinner for match number 3. All right, we'll get you here momentarily into the last match for tonight. Hang tight. All right, just a reminder for everybody. All right, tonight's giveaway is a UC giveaway. You must like the stream to get your name on the name of wheel, the wheel of names. And then the bonus entry is follow me over on the link. Take a screenshot showing that you've done both of those and your name goes on the wheel of names twice. So you have a chance. You have 2 chances to stay on the wheel. Post it in the channel, in the giveaway channel. And then the winner will be announced here on stream tonight following after match number 4. I will leave this up for everybody to see for just a momentary, and then we'll swap back over here. All right, our last match for tonight. We're going to be back here in Erangel for our last match. We have definitely seen a lot of quick fights. A lot of these teams that are starting out as being duos and a team of 3 taking on full squads and winning against the full squad. Got some amazing teams that have been playing tonight, and all of these teams have put in a lot of work to get those points and eliminations and keeping their team alive with just by reviving them. And all right, we have a very kind of a western flight path for this map. We have the shooting range at the very end. We do have Severny that's really close. We do have Georgia Pool Hospital area. We might see quite a few teams kind of go in that direction, but we do have Rozuk School and Pachinki that are going to be hotspots because they're really close to this flight path. We do have the military base that's out there a little ways, but not too far for these teams to be able to jump down, grab a vehicle, and move into the military base. And if these teams wanted to even get out there just a little bit farther, kind of towards like the Yasnaya Polyana, maybe Stalbert, Kamishki, they could get down, grab a vehicle, and move in that area. But with it being such a far western flight path, we'll see teams kind of go towards the east side of the map, kind of towards the school, Rozuk, and Yasnaya Polyana. And just so y'all know, this is the last match, so make sure you get your entries in for the Wheel of Names. Get them in before it's too late. Y'all have until the end of this match to be able to make sure you get your names entered in on the Wheel of Names. And it almost looks like it is going to be a 50-50 split here, with teams kind of going on both sides of the flight path. We do have a TBSSs that is out there in the military base, and they will probably stay out there for as long as they can, which is going to be a zone for the military base right off the bat. So TBSS is going to have adequate amount of time to be able to get what they need, loot up, suit up, grab all of the level 3 that they might need, and we got fight going on in a Severny. Let's go check that out. We've got quite a few teams here in Severny. We've got Rival 6, Sushi's World, we've got Underrated, and the Cute Ekittens. All right, Cute Ekittens, full squad, kind of laying low, kind of scattered out just a little bit though, but not too much in case they needed to get a revive. S with Rival 6 kind of out there by themselves, gonna need to be able to loop around and rotate around, but they are down. Shoyoung hasn't been eliminated, so Rival 6 is going to be sitting as a team of 3 here. All right, Sushi's World kind of got a really good position. They are taking up a little bit of the houses. Each one has a house to be in, which does give them a lot of coverage around of what's going on. But we do have quite a few teams that are over here kind of in the quarry area. Let's go jump in on them. Nucleotide member been knocked. Member is out. Another member has been dropped. And Godlin, kind of the last one still standing. Can they get a revive? And is quickly taken out by Wiz with almost there. Nice shots, long range by Wiz. Almost there, is now up to 4 eliminations. Got quite a few teams here in Gatka. We've got Toxic who joined us here. They're started this last match off being a team of 3. So they're going to be going up against teams that are full squads. Aim assist with the dual pistols in hand. Nicely done. Does get an elimination there. And Toxic up to 3 eliminations. Xenocide, team 9. They do have 2 of their members down. Let's see, will they be able to get a revive on either one of the members? Very well could, but they are kind of pinned down a little bit. Aim assist right across could easily shoot out the window and get a knock and finish off the kill. ABBU coming in with a very quick revive on both of those players. Broken Spirits is going to join the party. Broken Spirits. Teddy comes in, guns up blazing, and gets taken out. But believe does get an elimination, or does not get an elimination right before going out. Alright, Reaper is healing up. God Kid prepping, and the grenade does get that grenade out. Very beautiful, nice grenade right through the window, and does get an elimination. Alright, it is aim assist and aim low. Last 2 that are still standing for Toxic. Aim low gets tagged and does get a drop on Reaper. Aim low has been dropped. God Kid coming in with a revive, but aim assist inside the building. Can God Kid get the elimination there? I believe God Kid got it. Got the elimination. Alright, he's going to quickly get the revive. Alright, both these teams are now going to be out there in the blue zone as it does close in. So this is going to be a 3v2. We'll keep an eye on them. Let's gonna hop over to another set of team. Alright, looks like a TBSS has decided to bridge camp the western bridge. This is a very smart tactic here. This does prevent any teams that are kind of on that west side of that flight path that we saw, kind of coming along down to the side. They're going to be running into some trouble if they decide to come across that bridge. The Bankers looks like they're going to be down and out. Almost there on the northern part of the West Bridge. Inhuman, it looks like they have to make a decision here if they're going to be pushing across the bridge, but they are at the gas station though. So they got to make a decision, either go across the bridge or try to find a boat in the ferry pier and push across. S4R, it looks like they're going to make a decision here, and they're going to go find a boat to get across. Now, with the zone being in the military base, we might see a lot of these teams that do grab a boat and actually kind of push towards the backside of the military base and kind of push from the south of the military base up through into it. We have Moist, that is on the east side up there at the top of the hill, overlooking the east side military bridge. Alpha Omega down there on the bridge area, kind of camping it and waiting it out, but there's not going to be very many teams that are going to be coming across the east side of the bridge. Most of them are going to be on the west side of this bridge. We got Sushi's World, that is up there in the Severny. Hopefully they can make their way into the next zone. We do have Velocity. Velocity Bolt is going to be the last one, still stands. Definitely has plenty of meds. Very smart there to grab gas. That is going to add a little bit of time. That's going to be out there in that blue zone. And we'll get you back here. Up there we go. We got you back there in the action. As a Bolt is going to be making their way into the zone. We are going to see a lot of these teams that could be going right across the west side bridge of the military base. S4R did get a boat and has made it into the zone. They did not actually loop around and go towards the backside of military base, but with them still in a vehicle, it looks like they are. If that boat is the airboat, let's go check it out. That is. They are all in that airboat, so we could definitely see them actually kind of push towards the backside of military base. Four stars inside a military base. All right, Alpha Omega still kind of sitting on the east side bridge, as well as Moist that is up there at the observatory. Four stars right in the middle of the military base. All right, Emperor has a decision to make here. Are they going to try to go across the bridge, or are they going to take a boat and get across the water? Rip the Lag Master, like the way of thinking. We're just going to swim right across the water, hopefully not getting into any trouble as they try to swim across. But it looks like there's no other teams around, and is definitely going to be able to try to get across there. All right, Sushi's World still fighting that blue zone, trying to get across. But with them being in a vehicle, They're going to need to be able to get across this bridge. Emperor sitting just outside of the zone. Still trying to make a decision if need to be able to get across, but Sushi's World is going to be coming across the bridge. Assault OP, here's them coming. Oh, he almost. He might be down, he might be out, and oh, nice save. Now, can they get back up without going all the way around? Looks like definitely able to get up there. All right, Sushi's World down to a team of 3 with 7 eliminations. Drizzy with those long range, steady shots. And it does get a knock on Unknown. Unknown is being revived. That's going to be keeping Emperor with being a team of 3 here. Sushi's World, a full send going right across, trying to get across that red. Genesis 7 is down. Did not make it across that bridge very quickly, but Assault OP did stop him very quickly there. Genesis is down and out with for Sushi's World. Moomin Dune. All right, Sushi's World is going to be sitting as a duo. Drizzy decided to try to get across the water by swimming, but was unable to and drowns out. So, Doomin Dune, or Moomin, is going to be the last one still standing for Sushi's World. TBSS still holding the bridge down as teams do try to get across the bridge. Moomin decides to just full send and go back the other way, maybe trying to find an alternate route. Definitely trying to find a boat will actually help out a lot here. Emperor are about to be answered by TBSS. All right, they're fighting, trying to stay alive in the zone. Here comes the Emperor. And nice shots. Dan's fighting the zone, trying to stay alive. The other 2 members of Emperor are going to be fighting the zone as well. Unknown are trying to get some angles. Oh, here comes Moomin, comes in a full send. So Assault OP, last one still standing for Emperor. Nice shots by Moomin. Danzy is down. This is going to give the opportunity for Assault OP to move forward here. Ooh, nice shots. Kaber coming in with a very quick revive, but these members need to get out of there. The zone is gonna hurt tremendously. Can Danzy stay alive? Assault OP still kind of running down the side. We're down to 11 teams that remain, and they are all inside the military base. Danzy hops in the vehicle and it gets out of there. So does a cab after running into the side of the bridge there. Is going to be falling back. All right, Assault OP is going to be left out there in the zone. TBSS full squad fighting the zone, trying to stay alive. All these members. Can they all make it into zone? And every one of them make it into zone. And it looks like Assault OP is going to be down and out to the zone. Four stars, Moist, TBSS are the three teams that still remain as a full squad. Big Ocean is down for Omega. Syntax coming in, almost got that revive. Was not able to get the revive in time. And it quickly backs off. Alright, Moist has got 5 eliminations, sitting as that full squad. We have 7 teams that remain. And it looks like a QP is going to be the last one still stands for the Cute Ekittens. Alright, TBSS up there on the hill. 7 eliminations. 4 stars. Looks like they may be down a member now. Lost Boy is been knocked. Can the revive take place? And there is going to be a revive. This is going to be keeping 4 stars sitting as a team of 3. We're down to 5 teams that remain. Moist has to be careful here. They do have a member that's QP is behind. QP with a knock on a Mercy and eliminating. And a QP down and out. 4 stars up to 3 eliminations. Moist quickly down to just a solo. Can they stay alive long enough? Oh, spins out and is taken out. 2 teams remain. 4 stars and TBSS, who are a full squad. This is a 3v4. All right, Cab is down with TBSS. Kahan quickly moving in. Oh, way. Comes in, tries to get elimination, but is quickly taken out. TBSS is now going to be a duo. Lost Boy, last one. It's going to be a 2v2. Gets a nice drop there. Does he? Can he? And he does with a drop kill. Lost Boy coming in with a clutch there for 4 stars, giving them that chicken dinner. TBSS coming in second. Moist coming in third. Cute Ekittens coming in fourth. Alpha Omega coming in fifth. Broken Spirits coming in sixth. The Velocity coming in seventh. Almost There coming in eighth. Inhuman coming in ninth. Emperor coming in 10th. S4R coming in 11th. Sushi's World coming in 12th. Rival 6 coming in 13th. The Bankers coming in 14th. Xenocide coming in 15th. Toxic coming in 16th. Golden Fire coming in 17th. I believe Xtreme Reapers coming in 18th. X-Force coming in 19th. Nucleotide coming in 20th. And Underrated coming in 21st. Going all out. Tornado with 4 eliminations. Cab with the TBSS with the best companion with 3 revives and 4 stars. Lost Boy dealing that final kill and giving them that chicken dinner for match number 4. Alright guys, we're going to get the Wheel of Names here set up and we will announce the winner on stream. Alright, y'all hang tight with us. All right, here it is. Are y'all ready? We've already shuffled this. We've shuffled this 5 times. Now, how this works is the last person that it still remains on the wheel is the winner. All right, here we go. First person that's gonna be potentially be taken out. All right. Still have one more chance. Oh, back to back. Dang. That's bad. All right, still have one more chance. After this, we're going to reshuffle again. And a Viper's out. All right, we're going to shuffle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. All right, they're out. All right, Green, you still have one more chance. Hopefully it's not back to back. Oh. All right, we're going to shuffle this again. All right, got one more chance. We're actually going to shuffle this 2 more times because I did catch something. We had 2 names side by side, the same person side by side, so. All right, you have one more chance, and your name is still on the wheel for one more chance. Let's see. All right, Shiris, you were been removed. All right, we're down to 4 people. All right, down to 3. Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Oh, Green has been eliminated. All right, we've got has been removed from the. All right, where it's a 50-50. Who's it gonna be? Red or blue? Red or blue? Who's it gonna be? And we're gonna spin. All right, been removed. The winner is. That is who the. This is the winner. We're just gonna spin it just so we can get their name up there so everybody can see it. It's a easy win here. All right, that is who the winner is. You will get with me after the stream. Let me know. I will either tag you in the Rain Discord, and you can send me a message with your ID, and I will get the UC over to you. All right, thank y'all all so very much for hanging out, watching, supporting these teams, supporting the stream as well. I appreciate it. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday evening.